Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tyler. Welcome back to Scorpio Oxman channel. And if I were to choose one of my most favorite people of all time, it's this gentleman right here, this perfect gentleman, and this absolute huge mega star of the world that he was, and Steve Irwin, an absolutely a magnificent humanitarian he was, and not just for animals, but people as well. And it's amazing. He would have been 60 today. He would have turned 60. And what's absolutely amazing, what I noticed about his astrology, and especially his primal astrology, is he is incredibly people oriented. His sign of the zodiac in primal astrology, that is. And I'm going to show you the proof of that today. And so yeah, so basically where I could begin, where we could begin is I don't know, it doesn't say anything about that his sign has anything in relation to like reptilian creatures or animals, or really taking care of animals. However, it does mention about him being a super it doesn't say a super humanitarian, but it kind of implies it though, because it says that he is extremely people oriented. It basically says he's people oriented. So I'm going to show you the proof. So basically in sidereal astrology and true sidereal astrology, Steve Irwin has a Virgo moon. His moon sign is Virgo, his sun sign Aquarius. But I think bigger, I think more importantly and bigger is that his moon was Virgo, and his day sign is Day of the Rabbit in the Chinese astrology. Now, when you combine the Virgo with the rabbit, you get the Earthworm, the zodiac sign of the Earthworm in primal astrology. Okay, so I'm going to show you the proof right now. Okay, so we're going to get right to it. So firstly, we're going to see Steve Irwin, rising sign. I'll just show you the proof of his date of birth. Astrosy. We'll go to Astrosy. And sometimes it shows their time of birth, not always, but oh, okay. Actually, let's see if we can, the astro charts. I'm wondering if there's an astro chart. That's sure. Probably not. Probably not on here. So we'll just go to astro theme to see his birth details. Yeah, so it mentions, okay, so here he is. February 22, 1962. That says 1 a.m. Melbourne, Australia. Okay, let's just go back here. Now, I think it says a different place right here. February 22, 62. Now this is Upper Fentry Gully. Now, is that near Melbourne, I wonder? Yeah. It doesn't really matter the specific location and time of his birth, but we'll show you on. I'm going to show you the sidereal chart calculator. We'll just type in Melbourne, I guess, with okay, Melbourne, Australia. Okay, and we'll go to 19. I'm just going to show you the proof of his moon being Virgo. February 22. Okay. Yeah, we'll say 1 a.m. I don't know that time is really correct of his, but it is close enough though. Yeah, as you can see here, the sidereal zodiac. So his moon. So there it shows it right here. So February 22, 1962. And as you can see, the moon in Virgo, there it is right there. You see where the moon is right there in Virgo. Yeah, so he definitely was a Virgo moon. I'm going to show you his Chinese astrology, or Vietnamese astrology is the other term. Master sign. Okay. You could just go to any one here. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so February 22nd, 1962. Well, it shows the rising sign as well, but we don't have to. It's his day sign. The day sign of ours is the strongest energy, apparently, as it mentions on mastersci.com. And okay, so here he is, February 22, 1962. He's born in year of tiger, year of water tiger, month of water tiger, day of the metal rabbit. Okay, so there he is. So Steve Irwin is born on day of the rabbit or metal rabbit. Okay. And in the Vietnamese version, in the Vietnamese astrology, it's actually a cat. The fourth sign is animal is a cat, but in the Chinese version, it's a rabbit. But for now, we'll refer to it as a rabbit. Yeah, so the metal rabbit is the day he's born on. So because of this, Steve Irwin born on day of rabbit and with a Virgo moon, that would make him to be primarily the energy of having been born on day of the Virgo rabbit. That combination is the earthworm in primal astrology. So we're going to get right to that. So we're going to go to primalastrology.com, sign combinations, and let's read about his spirit animal in primal astrology. Okay, so here it is down here. Okay, so he's born, as I showed you, born on day of the Virgo rabbit. That is day of the earthworm in primal astrology. So Steve Irwin is spirit of the earthworm, as the day sign is the strongest energy, yeah, according to theory, and it seems to be quite authentic. Okay, so here is the earthworm. So those born on day of the earthworm are spirit of the earthworm. Other famous people born on day of the earthworm, by the way, Nicolas Cage is one, to name a few. Nicolas Cage is one as well. And I think there's quite a number of others, very famous people. And of course, Steve Irwin. Okay, so here is Steve Irwin, spirit of the earthworm. Description. There are very few signs kinder than the earthworm. So right off the bat, it says right here, that says a lot in a nutshell about Steve Irwin. There are very few signs kinder than the earthworm. Members of this sign are known for their compassion and sincerity, despite their kind nature. Earthworms won't just let anyone into their world. They are deep thinkers who can be extremely hard to get to know. They can often be found lost in thought, if they can be found at all. Earthworms feel most comfortable at home and are often just fine daydreaming in silence by themselves, pondering the mysteries of life. They have a delicate nature that to many makes them seem fragile, but this is not the case. Earthworms are. In fact, they are quite resilient. Earthworms are very resilient. They may bruise easily, but they rarely break. And that's what Steve Irwin used to joke. He used to joke saying, "Oh man, I broke my finger." But who cares? He would say, "Oh, I broke my finger, but who cares?" He would cut himself or be bitten by an animal or whatnot, but he would always, I bet it would never hurt him, of course. Yeah, because of the love that he had, of course, for the animals. They rarely break. They may bruise easily, but they rarely break. Earthworms should be careful not to get taken advantage of. Some people see their generosity as a weakness, and this can often lead to hurt feelings or heartbreak for them. like their animal namesake, the earthworm can take a lot of punishment and keep going. Yeah, they regenerate because earthworms regenerate very fast. That's why. So that makes sense. This is because they have a deep belief in who they are and who they aspire to be. This longing for meaning often takes them on several journeys through life, always searching for a place or a person to create a home with. And check this out, always searching for a place. So that could imply traveling a lot too, because of him being an explorer. And so I'm just going to read careers and goals. This something here will probably stand out. There are many careers that earthworms are good at because they are such deep thinkers and not big talkers. They often excel at process-oriented tasks that require a lot of knowledge. The giving side of earthworms often leads them toward careers in medicine. The life of a doctor can be overwhelming for the fragile heart of an earthworm, though, and a nurse's role is often too social to make them feel comfy. Where earthworms truly shine is the medical field is in the role of a pharmacist. This job fulfills the analytical and helpful side of the sun while allowing them to emotional distance that can keep them happy and motivated. For earthworms who are not so medically inclined, the need for analytical thinking, that stands out, will likely be best take the form of number crunching. Earthworms make fantastic accountants. They understand what takes place behind numbers and have a natural talent for making finance flow in the right direction. A career as an accountant for the public satisfies the earthworms' need to be helpful as well as allow them to use their natural intelligence. Okay, and the following one's first name levels. And earthworms take friendship seriously. Yeah, they often hold a few people close to them for the long haul while the side of them seeks new relationship, feel emotion when they feel happy eventually. Okay, so here's where the very people-oriented comes into account here. Earthworms are very attractive to others. Okay, yeah, they're very attractive. They stand out. Often without even realizing it. Relationships, yeah, they don't realize that they're very attractive to others. Earthworms burrow down to home for extended periods of time. It hardly bothers them. Those are having an easy time connecting with new people. Okay, here's where I noticed about they're very people-oriented. Earthworms have an easy time connecting with new people. Okay, so this is where the spirit of the earthworm shows that they are extremely people oriented because they have an easy time connecting with new people. So there you go. Yeah. Okay, guys. So by the way, I'm going to leave a link below for you. Back in the day, like I grew up when I was a teenager, I grew up watching Steve Irwin shows, and I used to watch one of the very first shows I ever seen. There was an episode he did, a show, where it was where he was exploring the country of Australia. He was in search of the 10 deadliest snakes on Earth, the 10 most venomous, poisonous snakes on Earth. So I'm going to leave the link for you guys below to watch that. Show that I used to watch it over and over again when I was a teenager, and growing up when he had his other shows and movies and TV series on, and I was just hooked on him and his shows. And because I'm a huge lover of animals myself, especially reptilian creatures. I think that might be a Scorpio thing, because the Scorpio creature, the Vedic astrologers do call the Scorpio and the Cancer signs to be reptilian creatures. So it could have something to do with that, for Scorpio to have an attraction for reptilian creatures and other animals as well. But yeah, I was just absolutely in love with his show. So I'll leave that link below for one of his shows, of his old and very popular shows that he used to have, on the search of the 10 deadliest snakes of Australia. That really, one of the ones that really stood out. And of course, his nickname was the Crocodile Hunter. That was his nickname. And okay, guys, and oh, there was another. I'm going to leave the link as well. There was a time when he was on Conan O'Brien as well, one of the late night talk shows from back in the day where he was a guest on as well. I'm going to leave the link of that as well for you guys to see. So, and just a wonderful human being, and we miss him dearly. I'm very glad that his son and daughter have taken after him, and they've brought on his legacy. They've carried on his legacy to today and the future, and that's lovely to know. Very heartwarming indeed. So, okay, guys, thanks again. I can't thank you enough for watching, guys, and keep your questions coming to me. Sending at a scorpiooxman@gmail.com. And thanks again, guys. All the best and God bless. Take care. Thank you. Yeah. Lots of love.